Options. Play fence only. Play full game. Entering team select screen. The Indianapolis Colts, the home team, are selected. Ready.
Today, from Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, it's Week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports. Carson Wentz and the Indianapolis Colts versus Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers.
We have a perfect day for football, and the roof is open, in fact, here at Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering play. They've been the talk of the NFL so far. 9 wins in their first 9 games.
And some people subscribe to the theory that a loss might not be the worst thing for them. They've had it easy all year long. How would they do handling adversity?
Meanwhile, for the visiting Packers, they come in playing well on both sides of the ball. Winners of 6 of their last 8 games.
And they looked awfully good last week and came away with a 2-touchdown victory. They did have a few reasons for concern defensively, but all in all, they'll take a repeat here if they could get it.
Rodrigo Blankenship to kick off for Indianapolis.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Veteran Green Bay quarterback Aaron Rodgers ready to go for drive number 1 along with the rest of this Packer offense.
And the question swirled around Green Bay all offseason in free agency and through the draft. Did they acquire enough pieces to help their all-star quarterback Aaron Rodgers? Just think about the last 2 years for him. 51 touchdown passes, just 6 interceptions, and rallied the Packers to 13 regular season wins last year and a trip to the NFC Championship game. He's still one of the top quarterbacks in the league, and the Packers are hoping to take the next step.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26.
For Green Bay.
The numbers on the ground for Jones last week, 23 carries, 86 yards.
He's having a nice season, and he knows where he ranks in the league. Don't ever let a running back tell you that they don't know that. They do. So what he's doing now is lobbying the offensive coordinator all week long. Hey, how about a few more touches? He's one big game away from maybe leading the league.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. That's caught. It's Robert Tonyan, the tight end. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 41-yard line.
Rodgers to throw once more. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And his throw is incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again. Rodgers open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
On 4th down, here's Green Bay's 3rd-year punter, J.K. Scott. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So now the Colts backed up to start their initial drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback in his 5th season now, the former number 2 overall pick, Carson Wentz.
Not only does he look the part, he plays it as well. Tall, prototypical-looking pocket passer with better athletic ability than what people think. Gets outside of the pocket and makes big plays downfield.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be second down.
Adrian Amos on
the numbers for him from a week ago. 25 carries, 131 yards.
Hey, he could very well be on his way to a rushing title, but guess what? His offensive line, they're meeting separately because they want that rushing title as much as he does, and they want to make sure they get him there.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
Shotgun now for Wentz. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
56 to Mike. 56 is to Mike. Pick it up. Pick it up.
Throwing now is Wentz. He's got Burton here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
56 to Mark, boys. 56. Check 56.
To throw, it's Wentz. This one into the hands of Burton. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on there heals a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
Snap coming at 1. Now Wentz. And his throw here's incomplete. He was trying to find Mo Alley Cox, his tight end, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Let's go.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
56 to Mike. 56 is to Mike.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And he's got his man, Hilton. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 25-yard line. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On play action, Wentz hits his target, the tight end Mo Alley Cox. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Taylor.
Jonathan Taylor, the ball carrier.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop.
56, Mike, 56. Bandit. 56. Mike's 56.
Here's Hines. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Shot 56. Got one. That's all right. Great. That's all right. Hey, empty.
Wentz now to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Mike 56. Mike 56. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Go. Great. Great 57. You what's up?
From the gun, it's Wentz. And once more for Hilton, and this time complete. And the Colts are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Well, he did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up. Golden opportunity, strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are on the field, all right? This is naturally set up for a running play, isn't it? But with his ability to throw the football, his accuracy on this drive, you might want to think about a pass play in this situation.
Interesting. Time to find out.
56. Mike 56. 56.
They'll look to run with Taylor. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Colts are going to take a first quarter lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Now for the point after.
For the extra point.
And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told.
And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown.
To kick off for Indianapolis.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. We'll check on his status when we get back.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers to Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Green Bay.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Rodgers. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 36. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
First down, Packers.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They go back to the ground with Jones. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts 26. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
On first down, Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rodgers. His throw incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Linebacker Darius Leonard applied the heat.
Breaks up how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So on now for the Packers at their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And the 13-year man puts it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
7. Packers 3.
So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Now Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense retake center stage. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
The tackle.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Now it's Hines. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
The ball carrier.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you.
and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down.
56 to Mike. 56 is the Mike. Watch out. This 5-7.
Delayed game, offense.
Oh, man.
So that'll back them up 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for third and long.
Mike 56. Lefty. Time to go night-night.
Wentz. Fighting Hilton on the slant. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's good for a Colts. First and 10 at the 46-yard line. That's the
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
3.
First and 10, Taylor now. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Jonathan Taylor.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. Really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Mike 56. Mike 56. Yeah, let's go sandwich.
Now Wentz. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 38-yard line. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Taylor stays on his feet. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now Wentz. That's into the hands of Pascal. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 17-yard line. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. We got to get the ball, D. Get the 40.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Another try after the first down sack. Wentz. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
The Colts on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8. To throw is Wentz. That's complete right around the 8. And the Colts are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the Colts are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
On 2nd down now, it's Taylor, and he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Blankenship out for the point after. Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is.
Blankenship to kick off for Indianapolis.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Williams now on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 right at the 30.
From the gun, he'll set up to throw.
Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Green Bay.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 12 more yards for him there. It's a 1st down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the... And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Justin Houston in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. That's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
To be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Another try after the 1st down sack. Rodgers, and he's going to go down again. Justin Houston in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. So a couple of 1st downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Now Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense retakes center stage.
And he's found the end zone twice, and now I'm guessing he's thinking, hey, let's find it 3 times.
And you got to figure from the defensive perspective, how has he gotten there twice? What are we going to do to keep him out for a 3rd time? How do we tighten things down? Because he and his offensive mates, they are really in sync right now.
Listen. 74, 74. Listen.
They'll start on the ground with Hines, and he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
Right at the
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
56, Mike, 56, right there.
The give to Taylor. Fights him off. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 16 yards, a first down.
Good for a Colts.
A perfect example right there, Charles, of why they love this rookie runner.
And think about how the NFL and the college games are meshing together more and more. You don't have to go to the NFL and learn a new set of skills. What you did in college often makes you ready for the NFL.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Come on out here, come get some. Come on. Come get some. Hit me, bang, bang, bang. What's this?
Draw play. This is Hines. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the pass. 56 is Mike. 56 is Mike.
Now Taylor. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45.
Jonathan Taylor, the ball carrier.
Kenny Clark came into the league as one of the youngest players ever to be drafted. He's now one of the unsung leaders of this Packers defense. Went to the Pro Bowl for the first time after the 2019 season.
The Colts on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Wentz to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
1st and 10.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here I come. Here I come. 46 down, man. 5-4.
This is Hines. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
The ball carrier.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Line of scrimmage.
This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Wentz on the bootleg. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 30. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Play action. Now Wentz. A good throw here, finding Pascal. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on first and 10.
Let's go, D. 56 is Mike. 56 is Mike. You can't block me. You can't block me. Listen. 5-7. Check this out. Hey, Ford, Tokyo.
They'll run with Taylor. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Now Blankenship on for the PAT.
And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his 2nd extra point here in the first half.
Blankenship to kick off for Indianapolis.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Jackson now to return. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up first and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 38, Rodgers. That's complete to Lazard. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Running on first down is Jones, but he's not going to get much, maybe a couple. And it's second down.
The tackle made by Bobby Okereke. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 47-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 40. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Adams. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 10 more there and another first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Rodgers going to throw. Able to find Lazard. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. This will be caught at about the 6. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. And keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Called fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And Crosby puts it through, and that will cut the lead down to 13.
Colts 19, Packers 6.
Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
Rodgers on the return. And able to get this out to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. The NFL season going to be about 2/3 complete after this weekend, so lots to get to as we check out what's going on here in Week 11. We'll begin out in Houston, and it's the Patriots with the lead in that one. Cam Newton with 3 touchdown passes. Next, we head off to check out another game, and they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. Terry McLaurin, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get you to Baltimore and check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And at the half, they have the lead over the visiting Titans. Willie Snead, a touchdown catch in that first half. In our game, it's been Carson Wentz with a strong first half. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. That'll be taken about a yard deep, and Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. So here are the Colts to take over. They are working on that very impressive 9-game win streak, looking to get it to 10 as they've got the lead here, 1st and 10. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Stay with your man. 51 the month. 51. Here we go. 51 the month. 51 the month. What's this up? Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
So don't say nothing. 56 the month, boy. 56. Check 56. Okay, 57. Check it back. Check it back.
They run with Hines, and they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And finally down at the 41-yard line. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit.
So many times someone's success is the product of a lot of things coming together really well. And for Aaron Jones in 2019, it all came together for him. He stayed healthy, was on the field for all 16 games, got handed the ball 100 more times last year, and as an end result, broke 1,000 yards in a season rushing for the first time in his career.
Rodgers now on 1st down. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. From the gun, Rodgers making the catch is Sternberger. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. This is Jones. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Handoff to Aaron.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll go again to Jones. And a short gain down to about the 33.
The ball carrier.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Operating from the gun, Rodgers. And Adams has it, complete. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. From the gun, Rodgers. This will be caught at about the 5. And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. That play gets them 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, Rodgers. This is caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Man, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. To throw is Rodgers. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Aaron Rodgers sacked.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on 3rd down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today.
Field goal. A 29-yard attempt.
The kick by Crosby is good.
The kick
and that gets them back within 10.
Makes the score Colts 19, Packers 9.
So it's a 3rd field goal for him now. He's accounted for all 9 points. I look down to the sideline, though. You can just tell they weren't too happy for 3. They wanted 6.
No, they have to have 6. Look, he's keeping them afloat, but they really need to do exactly what you talked about. They need to get into the end zone and score some touchdowns. Otherwise, he's going to have to kick a lot more field goals than just the 3 he's already put through the posts.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10. at their own 20.
Now Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense retake center stage.
I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it up to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Working from the gun, Wentz. Catch made here by Campbell. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Back to Taylor on first down.
And this time the yards won't come so easy, as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 2nd down, it's Hines pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On play action, Wentz. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
at their own 20.
The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out and out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step?
Entering auto flip on pop-up. The eye will handle flipping your defensive play to best. Turn off auto flip. Keep using auto flip.
Up and make that play because that's been an issue for them in this game. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
Throwing is Rodgers. Got a man. It's Tanyan complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First down, Green
That was
Bay.
good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 42-yard line.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. That's Adams.
Rodgers pass.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Rodgers to throw once more. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Justin Houston in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. On play action, it's Wentz. Hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain there of 21 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. From the gun, it's Wentz. Fighting Hilton on the sled. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They run with Taylor, and he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out, and the Colts add on to their lead. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT. These have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown.
Blankenship to kick off for Indianapolis.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rodgers, and he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked the ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now.
And 10 yards to go.
Working from the gun, Rodgers, and that will be incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. There's a nice move. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense retakes center stage. He has been a touchdown machine. It has been enjoyable to watch.
And the scoreboard continues to light up as a result of his efforts. He's been a blast, though. Every time you look up, you just figure if he's got the ball in his hands, he's going to end up in the end zone. It's been that kind of a game for him.
Absolutely. Now you just keep waiting for more.
51 to mine. 51 to mine. Give me that ball,
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing his Wentz. That's into the hands of Pascal. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. A big
play that time on the catch and run. 63 yards. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Wentz going to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
56 the mark, boys. 56. Check 56. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Stanley.
Throwing now is Wentz. The quick slant caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Blankenship out for the point after.
Extra point.
And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far.
Rodrigo Blankenship to kick off for Indianapolis.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Oh, trying to gauge the sun, and he muffs it. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about.
Face mask. Defense.
Hey, baby, this ain't good enough.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. That's complete to Lazard. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
On 1st down, Rodgers. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Rodgers again now. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Darius Leonard able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Packers on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 9. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle.
Rodgers.
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll go with Jones. And this winds up a disaster. Nowhere near the marker. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
First and 10, Taylor now. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They run once more with Taylor. Shedding the tackler that gives him some room. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, 76 yards. And the Colts have got it on cruise control. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Now Blankenship on for the PAT. this part of the game's been an adventure thus far, but this one is good. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was.
Rodrigo Blankenship to kick off for Indianapolis.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. On the return, Williams. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
We got trips over here. Trips over here.
He'll throw from the gun. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers caught on the right side by Jones. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From midfield, here's Rodgers. He's got the hook up to Lazard. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
It's Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. When we see another great performance like this out of Aaron Rodgers, you have to chuckle thinking that his only FBS offer was a walk-on at Illinois.
And now he's the pride of Butte Junior College, of course at Cal. And I remember watching him play at Cal, and he would run 7-on-7 drills. Angry if the ball ever hit the ground, and it didn't do it very often.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Dancing to his left. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
Number 12.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
At the 13-yard line.
2nd and 6.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers get a score closer.
And that touchdown ends a streak, for lack of a better word, of 3 field goals that they put on the board previously. They finally cracked the code.
Yeah, they've been down there. They've been in enemy territory, as you said. They just hadn't been able to punch it in until that point. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. Now that shaves a bit off the lead. It's now a 23-point game. So that drive in total 8 plays. And the result, a Green Bay score. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Indy set to go on offense once more. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory, as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4.
Mike 51, Mike 51. 51's Mike.
They'll start on the ground with Hines. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends.
56, Mike. Right there, 56.
Running the sweep, Hilton with it. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now it's Hines, and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 7.
Under 10, under 10. Listen.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Campbell making the catch. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Mike, 56, right there, 56. Listen. 82.
The give to Taylor. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
On 2nd and 12, Wentz into the hands of the tight end. This is Jordan Thomas. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The Colts on 3rd down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Well, you know, if you've got the defense laying back, maybe that option works. But if you're coming hard on 3rd down,
it doesn't work because you force the hand of the quarterback and the runner too quickly, and most of the time, unsuccessfully.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th.
51 to Mike. 51 to Mike. Defense. Let's go. Great. Switch it.
They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And he's got his man Hilton.
That's good.
And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They'll run with Taylor, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
38-yard line, 2nd and 11.
Let's go. 56 to Mike. 56 is the Mike. Check out.
Working from the gun, Wentz. Hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley Cox.
Wentz's pass.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, that was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first.
We won. Come to my world. Block 56. Lefty, lefty. 56. Go. Check nine, check nine.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped. This O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. To throw is Wentz. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at the 40. He's back to throw here to start the drive. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. He was trying to find Equanimous St. Brown. 3rd down here.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. I don't know, he had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
58 Mike, 58 Mike.
The Packers go for it. Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
On first down, Taylor. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
28, Jonathan Taylor.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Wentz going to throw. Fighting Hilton on his slant. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. He was over 100 receiving last week. He's over 100 now this week as he's got a first down as well. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Catch made here by Campbell. And they'll get this down to the 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
56, the mark, boys, 56.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. On 2nd down now. It's Hines, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Blankenship on for the PAT. And he missed it again. The 4th time now in this game alone, and that has to be great cause for concern over on that sideline.
Rodrigo Blankenship to kick off for Indianapolis.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. On 1st down, Rodgers. Got a man. It's Tanyan complete.
Rodgers pass.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
17, guys. Check him out. He's going to sit right over the middle. Watch the middle.
Now Rodgers. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Rodgers now on first down. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Pass thrown away and incomplete. He was defended by Julian Blackman.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again, Rodgers. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 30. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. 58 to Mike, 58.
One final try for Rodgers. We've seen this before. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
45.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Colts, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Tennessee Titans come to town. Meanwhile, for the Packers, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.